Hello there and welcome to It's a Delight in the Kitchen again today. And I want to show you a really fun festive 4th of July caramely crunch that is perfect to make for the 4th of July, for Father's Day, anytime you want to incorporate that fun red, white, and blue. So first we're going to start out with this recipe by mixing our crunch mix together. I have 5 cups of Cheerios. I'm going to pour them in. And then I have some peanuts, which is 1 cup. And then it calls for a cup of raisins. I'm not using raisins today for this mix, but I have a 1/2 cup of pecans and a 1/3 cup of pretzel pieces. And they make a great combination with this mix also. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of stir this together so that it's just kind of mixed together, and we're going to just set this bowl aside. Okay, and I also have my baking soda, which is 1/4 teaspoon, and my vanilla all ready to go, because as soon as I get my pan hot and bubbling, we need to have those things ready. Okay, so we're going to set this bowl aside, and now we're going to do our pan. And in our pan, what we have here is all ready to go. Is I have my 3/4 cup of brown sugar. I have my 1/4 cup of real butter. I don't use margarine. I always use real butter. Margarine has water in it, and it will be very hard to get your candies to turn out. Margarine will make your chocolate seize up. It's difficult to work with, so I always use real butter. I have 3 tablespoons of honey in there, my 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I am going to stick this now on the burner, and we are going to just get our butter melted. When the butter is melted, and it comes, let's just get that butter melted a minute. And one thing I really love about this recipe is that it doesn't have any corn syrup in it. So I used to make this with corn syrup and my carameled apples and other candy recipes, because I didn't know how to get away from using corn syrup in these caramely kind of recipes. But this actually works for a lot of things. This works for caramel corn, it works for crunch. I have one that I've adapted this a little bit to make it work for caramel apples. So if you're trying to get away from corn syrup, this is a great recipe. It's not that it's sugar-free, but this is just a treat we're having for the holidays. But it is a way to be able to not have to use that corn syrup, which I don't like to use. Now that my butter is melted, it's all mixed together, I am just going to let this come to a boil. It's bubbling nicely, and I've started my timer now for 3 minutes without stirring. So it's ready to remove from the heat. I'm going to sit it right here by me. I am going to put in my 1/4 cup or my 1/4 teaspoon or so of vanilla. Yes, that's how I do it, just a swig. And then my teaspoon of baking soda, and quickly it's going to foam up to be wonderful, amazing. Almost as I'm stirring it, I am going to pour it right over all my goodness. Okay, I just want this all on here quickly while it's foamy, and I'm going to stir this all together. Just get it really good and coated. Now you notice I did not add my M&Ms yet. If I add my M&Ms now, they'll crack and melt and get all funny looking, and I want them to look really nice when I have my M&Ms in it. So this is just my crunchy mix, not my chocolate. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to dump this in my pre-greased pan that I greased earlier. Oops, sorry about that. And we're just going to kind of spread it out a little bit in this pan just so we can bake it. And I'm going to just bake this in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. And when I take it out, I will then dump this all on parchment paper, and I will sprinkle my 2/3 cups of M&Ms into this then and just let it sit and harden. And I'll show you when it's all done then.